Shalom. I'd like to give all praise and all honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. A double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone that taught us the truth, peace, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom. Welcome to today's lesson. I'm your Hebrew Israelite brother, Mashava, here in the city of Detroit. Today's lesson is on Job, chapter 2, verse 2. And it reads, a day of darkness and of gloominess. Now, what we're talking about is the day of the Lord. The day of the Lord is going to be such a devastating thing. Many people just don't seem to realize, they don't capitalize on the understanding of what it's going to be like. It's going to be such a devastating time. It's going to be unlike anything that we've ever experienced before, because it's going to be the day of the Lord. Something that has never happened before. Okay, something that's never happened before, and before it happens, everybody got to go through Jacob's troubles. Everybody got to go through the shutting down of this world's society and the many different concepts of this world's understandings, and also the breaking down of the social systems and all of the economical outlets of this world's finances all come crumbling down. And the beast system, the welfare WIC and the law system and everything that Esau is Edom has set up for us to stay upon him for. If, like Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48, he's an enemy that has been brought upon us that we need everything from. We need everything from him. We need clothes, food, water, shoes, utilities, everything. We need it from who? Esau is Edom. For he has devised a whole system designed to where we'd have to need him. So when the time comes, when all this is pulled away, before the day of the Lord, as we're going into World War III, Jacob's troubles, is if things, the many different services are starting to get cut out, a lot of people are going to be just simply in trouble, not going to be able to do anything, not going to know what to do. They're not going to have the stability of this and wisdom and knowledge. They ain't going to have that stability. Okay. A day of clouds and of thick darkness. You see, we're talking about thick darkness. You see, as when Moses rose his hands up over when the Lord had Moses to raise his hands up over Egypt and cast darkness upon the land. It was the type of darkness that had presence. They had presence, and the word tells us that there are demons and stuff inside the darkness that's been chained up. Well, at this time, the demons were released in the darkness because there was presence in the darkness. And any time there's presence in the darkness, that means that though there are demons in the darkness that have been released. You see, that's the only thing that'll be in the darkness moving around. Okay, for real. As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, you see, and a strong. There hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it. You see, when that time comes. Because the day of the Lord is the appointed time, when Yahweh comes and destroys all government, overthrows all government, and destroys all false doctrines, all these different fake out churches that people go to, and everything that they serve in wickedness, serving these false gods. The Bible tells us our people go a whoring. They go a whoring to serve false gods. And they do, even to the years of many generations. Our people, they go a whoring for serving false gods. A day of darkness. And see, this is an insert. This is an insert. And going down. Let's see. Now this is talking about the darkness of a cloud of a locust. That's what this here right here is talking about. Yeah, I was gonna read that. I don't feel like reading. Let's see. Just going out here to this. Let's see. Amos 4:13. Okay, all these different precepts. We got all these different precepts on here. Now this is Exodus chapter 20, verse 21, as I was talking about. And the people stood afar off, and Moses drew near unto the thick darkness where God was. You see? Where God was. This is representing the time when the 2/3 they wanted to be the one to talk with Yahweh in Moses' stead, but once Yahweh brought about the darkness of the clouds and the thundering and the lightning and all these different things, they were too afraid. They stood afar off, and they wanted Moses to go up there and talk with Yahweh then. You see, Psalm chapter 97, verse 2. Clouds and darkness are round about him. Righteousness and judgment are the inhabitations of his throne. Talking about Yahweh, you see. Talking about Yahweh, you see. This verse, Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20, verse 30. And in that day they shall roar against them like the roaring of the sea. And if one like unto the land, behold, darkness and sorrow, and the light is darkened in the heaven thereof. You see, because when the day of the Lord, when the actual day of the Lord, this world is going to be in complete darkness. It's going to be in complete chaos. It's going to be hell everywhere. And there is nowhere that no one can run or hide, whether it's the sea, land, or the sky. It don't make no difference whether it's under land or above land. There will be nowhere for anyone to hide, period. You see, it's going to be a devastating, great time, you see, that this world has never ever seen before. And a great sorrow to fall upon the people, to weigh down heavy upon them. As the chariots come riding through, you see, firing those thermal nuclear lasers that they're going to be for firing, you see, destroying Babylon, America, Idumea, you see. Isaiah chapter 8, verse 22. And they shall look up unto the earth, and behold, trouble and darkness, dimness of anguish, and they shall be driven to darkness. Now, ain't that something? Ain't that something? I mean, you talking about not like it's gonna be worse than what over there in the Middle East, where you have the situation going on over there in that war-torn area. Those people are being told where that they can go for safety, and then wherever they're told for safety, that place is bombed, you see, and destroyed, okay, again and again. And then they're told to go somewhere else. And then once they make it there, that place is bombed and destroyed. I mean, it's going to be a complete hell, no sleep. You know, how can you sleep with constant bombs going off and Malchus, the 2/3, Malchus running all around, steady trying to get at you and at any resources that you may have, you see, constantly. And then the martial law police, they're going to be kicking in doors, you see. Kicking in doors, coming in, beating, raping, and killing the men, women, and children. Rounding up the young men, taking them out. The ones that will willfully go. The ones that don't, they try to run, they get shot dead. You see, they get stoned. That's what a bullet is. It's a hot lead stone. That's what a bullet is. And when these fools get shot up, that's a stoning. That's a stoning. And that's a stoning. You see, because a lot of these young fellas is nothing more than what? Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 18 through 21. And they're just stubborn, gluttonous, rebellious sons. That's all. Stubborn, gluttonous, rebellious sons. So a lot of these young fools going to get cut down, stoned to death. You know, and so when they getting popped up, that's a stoning. You see, Jeremiah chapter 13, verse 16. Hold on. I'd like to take this time to remind you to press the like button, okay? Press the like button. That helps out for the algorithms of this YouTube channel. And also, if you would please, press the subscription button. Go ahead and press the subscription button and the notification bell. That way, you will receive special notification alerts each time that I release a new video for your spiritual edification. And as always, as good shepherds of the Lord, our job is to provide good grazing pastures for the sheep to graze. As Yahweh has said unto Simon Peter, Simon, Peter, do you love me? Well, then feed my sheep. And we must always do that because remember, we're building up on a greater number of hopeful elects, true enough. But remember, there's those 11th hour hopeful elects. And we have to make sure that when that time comes, we're able to feed them good nourishing, grazing pastures, okay, of this word, okay, and the water ever so much, okay. Now we go straight up back up into this. It's Jeremiah chapter 13, verse 16. Give glory to the Lord your God before he caused darkness, you see, and before your feet stumble upon the dark mountains. You see, the dark mountains. And while ye look for light, he turned it into the shadow of death. Now you see that? We talking y'all about showing me outside and makes it gross darkness. You see? And that would be with presence. You see? Darkness having presence with you. And so that's a devastating thing. A devastating. You don't know. See. Now imagine, you waking up, and it's darkness. Remember, there was only light inside the houses of the Hebrew Israelites. All those Egyptians, all those wickeds, bam. They didn't have no light in their house, and there was no light outside. It was darkness in the house and darkness outside. Even if they lit a candle and held it before their face, they couldn't see it. Now imagine you wake up and you open your eyes and you don't see anything. You don't know what's going on. You go crazy. You would go nuts. You wouldn't know how to deal with that. Me, I'm low vision blind. I'm low vision blind now. I barely can even see. When I go outside, I can't even see my phone at all, baby, barely. You see, people to me look like puff of shades of clouds or shadows of clouds. You see, wearing different clothing and stuff. You see, but that's me having some light and still being able to see somewhat. You see, but imagine for those who's used to seeing all the time, and one day, overnight, bam, darkness. You see, with me it was gradual, but for many of you it's going to be overnight, and you're going to be in darkness, and you're not going to be able to see a thing in front of you anywhere. You see, I'm telling you, people are going to be in high, but you're going to be hearing screams, death screams all around you, death screams and presence. The presence of physical things, moving, demons moving in the darkness, touching you, bumping you, rubbing you, grabbing you. Aberrations appearing and disappearing in the darkness like flashes of light right before your very eyes and then vanishing. These are the things that's coming, that's going to be in the day of the Lord and during the time of Jacob's troubles. You see. Job chapter 2, verse 10. The earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall quake. You see, because those thermonuclear missiles going to be going off. The earth is going to be quaking because of that. It's going to be going off. You see, it's going to be going off. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be darkened. You see, because of the brightness of the Lord. When he does his thing and he brings about darkness here and darkness there, you see, the Lord has he has power over darkness, that he can command it to be here and command it to be there at his will, you see, at his command, you see. You see. You see. So, and we remember this and understand this. We're going to read a little bit more and we're going to get ready to close it out. Okay, because I see the screen is sticking. Okay, this is Joel chapter 2, verse 10. The earth shall quake. Okay, we read all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. You see, all that is coming comes in time. I'm going to read this last one and get it started. Here we go. This is Joel chapter 2, verse 31. The sun shall be turned into darkness. You see, not shining as light no more. And the moon into blood. You see, before the great and the terrible day of the Lord come. You see, and that's what it's going to be like. It's going to be all out hell. It's not going to be anything pretty. Everything is going to be completely shaken up. Imagine all of the different horrors that you ever imagined all coming true. And even the simplest things all coming true. Well, that's what it's going to be like during the day of the Lord and leading up to the day of the Lord. It's going to be hell. It's not going to be anything pretty. But those of you, or those of us who wait upon the Lord, we shall receive deliverance. We shall have when others shall have not. We shall receive comfort when others shall not. You see, that's why it's important you maintain being steadfast in this word, staying strong, being strong, and continuing to go long in this word. Being that you have that power, the fear of the Lord, that being your treasure, having the wisdom and knowledge of the Lord. Yahushua. You see, knowing and understanding. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and close it out. Lord's willing that you were edified by today's lesson. If not, then I pray that you were provoked to thought, and also that maybe you've seen some precepts inside this video that maybe you can put together with some precepts that you have, that you can make an edifying video for the sheep to graze. Remember, as always, we're always as good shepherds of the Lord, we are to provide good grazing pastures for the sheep to graze. Okay, and so we're going to go ahead and close it out. So we like to give all praise and all honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone that taught us the truth. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elects. Shalom to the hopeful elects.